Hello friends. So in this video we will see how to represent chunks. Basically we will see here two different types of representation of chunks. So your first representation type is IOB text. Now what is that? In this scheme each token is tagged with one of three special chunk text, that is either I, O or B. So what is IOB? So basically I is representing inside, O is representing outside, and B is representing begin. So a token is tagged as B if it marks the beginning of a chunk. So basically if a token is actually marking the beginning of a chunk, then we will represent it in the as B. Okay, so B, that is begin. Next is subsequent tokens within the chunk are tagged I because they are inside. Those are indicating inside. So that's why we represent those tokens with I. Next, all other tokens except I and B, that is begin and inside, we represent them using O, that is outside. So the B and I tags are suffixed with a chunk type, example BNP, INP, like that. So basically we suffix those tags with a chunk type. So it is not necessary to specify a chunk type for token that appear outside a chunk. So these are just label 0. So those tokens which are appearing outside a chunk, then we represent those tokens as O, like O. That means they have no any chunk type. Okay, so let's see one example. So this is your example in which we have sentence, we saw the little yellow cat. So now see V. So V is actually PRP. So after this we have the tag B. B is actually denoting the beginning, and that's why we have tag B, and then NP. So NP is your noun phrase because V is denoting actually noun phrase. So this is your simple tag. Next there is saw. So saw is a simple verb. So we have VBD, and since it is, we are actually here writing O because we are not using it in the we are not using it as a chunk, so that's why we have just put here O. Next we have the, which is actually a determiner, and we are using the B tag for it because it is actually denoting the beginning of a new noun phrase. So that's why we have used here B. Next, little is adjective, so we have used JJ, and then we have used I because it is inside of a chunk. Inside of which chunk? A noun phrase chunk, that is complete. The little yellow cat is a complete noun phrase, and that's why the is actually denoting the beginning of that noun phrase, and little is inside of that noun phrase. Next, yellow is also inside, so we will just use I tag for it, and then cat is also inside that, so we are using I tag again. So this is the complete example in which we have used B and I tag, and O for those which are not present in any chunk, so that is saw. Saw is not in the noun phrase, so that's why we have used here simple O. So this is the example of your IOB tag. Okay, so that was your IOB tag, and we have seen an example of that. Now I will show you the another representation type of chunk, that is tree. So what are trees? Chunk structures can also be represented using trees, and these have the benefit that each chunk is a constituent that can be manipulated directly. So we can manipulate that chunk directly because in the case of tree representation. Now I will show you this example. See, this is a tree. Now what is S is representing here? S is your simple sentence. This is a complete sentence, so we have S in the form of your root of the tree. Okay. Next we have simple NP, and then again barked at. So our sentence is like the little yellow dog barked at the cat. This is your sentence, and in which we have the noun phrase the little yellow dog, and we have another noun phrase the cat, and barked at are not under the noun phrase, so that's why they are directly represented as the children of your S, that is sentence, and the little yellow dog is coming under NP as a parent, and then as a children of NP, and the cat are children of NP. So this is the complete tree structure, and which we have just shown a simple example using your different part of speech and different your structure like parent child structure. So this is your tree example, and this was your simple IOB tag. So basically generally we use IOB tag representation because it is the formal representation, and sometimes we are using this graphical structure also, that is your trees. Thank you.